So welcome everybody to our Anusthan gathering. This is an orientation to just talk about an Anusthan. What is it? What do you need to know? And mostly whatever questions you have we will adapt this meeting to whatever you need. Okay, so that's how we're going to start. Let me just pick up one thing. Let's begin with an alignment exercise. This is going to be in your workbook. It's called Bridging Heaven and Earth, and it is what was given to me by Archangel Gabriel in 1990, and I've been using it ever since. And many, many, many people have been using this, some form and version of it. It's not written in stone, so we want you to be able to make this into your personal, something that works with you, something that talks to you and speaks the way you do. So in your booklet, it's going to be a little bit different than what I'm going to say, but we will have, it's adaptable. All we're doing is bringing light from the highest source there is through your chakra system, through this vertical alignment, and grounding it in the earth. And that's the way we start this program. That's the way we start our days. That's the way we start our practice. So here we go. Okay. I like to begin by putting my hands on our heart just for a moment. This is the instant coherence technique, the quick coherence technique from heartmath.org, which has been studying the heart and the brain connection for over 30 years. And it's a beautiful scientific organization. But it found out that when we place our hands on our hearts, everything in our energy system comes into alignment and coherence. And that is a very good thing. So we're just going to breathe here for a moment, breathing in gratitude, breathing in appreciation, allowing the beauty and connection of our soul and our heart's empowerment. Bless this time together today. And for this bridge, you can use your hands if you like, or you can just sit there with your hands on your heart or your hands on your lap, whatever works best for you. I'm just going to bring my hands up and down through the center of my body once again. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. And one last time, I call in the light from the highest source there is, and I ask this light to fully embody my human form. As we do this, we're bringing in the light of our soul's presence. We're asking that the wisdom of our crown come and bring illumination into our into our third eye area, illuminating our third eye with inspiration and insight and illumination. Coming into the throat chakra, we invite that powerful presence of creativity to express through us. Bringing the light now into the high heart. We're inviting Archangel Raphael to come and join us in this heart chakra, bringing healing, bringing love. And placing my hands on my solar plexus, inviting Archangel Michael to bring into this solar plexus chakra, this will center, courage and strength and protection. And then into the second chakra, just below your navel, inviting Archangel Gabriel Archangel Gabriel is bringing us creative solutions. He is offering to us this time of unity. He brings it into our, bringing all the polarities together in union within us. And from the base of the spine, we invite Archangel Sandalphon to join us here. In this base chakra, we are bringing well-being into every area of our life. And now just let this light energy drop like a stone down into the center of the earth to connect you with the earth, to feel that sense of nourishment and nurturing and balance. Nice deep breath, breathing in this alignment and allowing it to sustain and nourish and nurture us now and always. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I thank everybody for coming here today. And saying thank you for Deborah Dawn. Thank you for being here. Now we have a full house. So we're just working with the alignment exercise, bridging heaven and earth. We just did that. And now we are here to talk about what an Anusthan is. It is a spiritual practice that is dedicated to something greater than ourselves. When a group of people come together, it supplies this power and energetic so that we can extend our energy and shed light into whatever area we are focused on. The power of group energy has been well documented and found that the violence has stopped, the emergency room accidents have stopped. I mean, there's just all these things that happen during a group practice that is so valuable and so empowering. So that's the overview. The Anusthan itself is an ancient spiritual practice from India. It is one that my teacher from India taught to us. And we would do something like 5 or 7 or 9 days together, and it would be a super powerful thing to do. And we would focus it on something like the solstice, which is the day that brings the most light to the planet. And if we're on this hemisphere, and it's opening to new light if we are in the southern hemisphere. So this is a really amazing practice that can help us to find ways to have a spiritual practice in no matter what else is going on in the life. So when we have something that we can come back to that serves us, that lifts our spirits, that empowers us, it's something that we can really use to fall back into, to know that we are being supported, to know that we are just empowering this body, this soul, this time on earth. And it's a really beautiful thing to do. I usually do these practices every quarter, and we have somebody with us who's been in these practices. And I'm wondering, Deborah Dawn, do you mind giving us just a few words? I've been a little bit of technical difficulties, and so I'm having trouble finding my words a bit today. So if you have anything that you could say about this that would support other people in why we're doing this practice and maybe encouraging them to join.
Can you hear me?
You're a little bit dim. Can you?
Oh, okay. How's that? Is that any better?
A little bit better.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I have a really old monitor and the audio setup, no camera.
Okay.
But you can hear me okay now?
Are you guys, can you hear? Can you hear? Yes?
Oh, good.
Okay, good. All right. Go ahead.
Um, for me, it's a really organic, very authentic framework for me to manifest in my life, to bring me into a place that has an organized presence that I can formally step into to honor and embody the connection and integration of me being one with all, really recognizing the tremendous, miraculous, creative power of the life force that exists in all of nature, in all beings and humanity around the world, and to beautifully synthesize it within my own personal process so that I can allow my being to transmit and be a vessel of divine love.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Good.
And I, for me at this point, just specifically, I felt very grateful that it was coming at this specific time. My husband and I will be leaving for Montana, where our daughter is living, and she has a chronic illness, which is very debilitating. And, just that's like specific to my life, but I know on the globe, we are dealing with so many challenging appearances of what reality is. And to help myself, prepare myself to be in a place of recognizing the Immaculate Conception, really the divine blueprint of purity, and that real essence of what our loving spirit is in its unique manifestation in all of us and all things, to go beyond those appearances. I feel like that is something that will prepare me to enter this new experience where we're visiting there with a new inspiration for what can be created at this time. So just in my own personal life, but also in a larger context, and in service to us all.
Good, thank you. So are you going to be traveling while the Anusthan is happening?
No, actually, I won't be leaving until the 25th. So on Saturday. So this is a perfect, preparation coming up to that time.
Yes. Yes, very good. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. So what I heard you say was that you found that doing the spiritual practice in a group has prepared you personally. It makes you feel stronger and perhaps more able to handle stress or different environments and situations. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a kind of reinforcement or encouragement that we are all together, that there is a unity, a unified feeling, and just that no matter how things appear, no matter how things are showing up, that there is another perspective, a viewpoint from which I can refocus my vision to see the gift
Yes.
that is being provided, and how in every moment there are immense benefits and blessings that are showering down on us, really, that we can integrate in our own unique way to create part of the symphony. You know, that it's really every strand of the woven fabric of this experience is essential, and to be fully alive and present and aware of each of our own beings participating fully in that. And this practice really focuses my attention. It really brings me into the immediacy of how powerful I and we are. You know, I am and we are in doing that. And that is an amazingly uplifting experience.
Thank you. That's fantastic. And I also heard you say that that it felt like there was already a matrix, or there was a form, a structure, that because of the thousands of years that this has been done, that you could just step into, and it contained more power and presence than we could create on our own.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I think so much of what you've taught, Shanta, has provided that to me. You know, the other teachings, the other classes that you've provided have also given me that. And it is really like, there is a kind of, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a knowing that is this not comfortable, like as in habituated, but more like a kind of sureness, or, you know, and again, safety is the wrong word. It's more like this being in this place that feels so perfect in its in the immenseness of it and the personalness of it, that I can just enter there and I am at one with something so much larger than myself, so much really incomprehensible. I can't, and my mind then does not need to try to figure it out or put things in place and you know, experience life in that linear, rational, intellectual a way of trying to be in control of things. It allows me to completely surrender into the vibrational field of beingness, which is an elevating. I mean, it's like literally taking flight in that multi-dimensional cosmic way that has always existed and always will exist. So it really is a time transcending kind of experience.
That is so great. So that is all that I really wanted to say. She said it all. Thank you, Deborah. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate it.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm going to mute myself a bit.
Okay. So that's what is really important. is that this is a structure that has been built thousands of years ago by the yogis in India, and it probably incorporates other structures too, but it's a focus of service to the world. It uses time-honored practices to create more connection to our most divine self, and raises our spiritual energies inside and raises the frequencies so that even the small amount of time that we put in creates a bigger force for light on the planet. And it's really fantastic. The sun is just breaking out of the clouds, and it's changing the way everything looks here. So excuse me for doing that. So that's really important. And also there are practices like the Bridging Heaven and Earth exercise that are part, you will receive a 26-page ebook that has these practices in it. It has ideas for how you can spiritualize your life, how you can uplift your house and make it more sacred, creating a special sacred place for you. Each person is suggested to have a special altar. An altar becomes this focal point. It doesn't have to have anything but a candle and perhaps a plant, something that is alive, or a flower. So it doesn't have to have any deities or anything, but you can put a crystal. You can have, you can put anything that means something to you. So everything on your altar is meaningful and sacred to you. So you can put stones and you can put pictures that are inspiring. So that's important to know. So so that you have this focal point where you go every day, preferably if it could be around the same time every day, that's the best. When we were doing it as an ashram practice with a group of people who lived there, it was at the same time every day, and we would sit down. And the minute you sit down in this prepared space, there's a scientific word that I'm trying to think of. It's not prepared, but there is a word. When you set the energy in a place, then it holds this matrix structure. So what you do when you sit down there is you're sitting right into a prepared space that already has energy moving in it. And it takes you much shorter time to get into a sacred space where you feel that you're uplifted and inspired and connected very deeply. So that's a really great part of that. We're going to do these different mantras, and I want to, some of them are in English, but most of them are in Sanskrit, which is a sacred language from India. It was never used for a spoken language, but it is only used for prayers. And so it has this vibration that's really special, and it changes. It works on the cells. Those mantras actually work on your cellular structure and bring more energy in there. What I was looking for is it's in your booklet. I have my version of your little booklet right here. And I wanted to read to you. This is from Kelly Brogan. She's a medical doctor, and she wrote this article called "Change Your Life in 12 Minutes." And it's talking about mind, body, and soul transformation. It's on the internet. You can find this. Brogan is spelled Brogan, Kelly. She said, "You'd probably think I was running an infomercial if I told you about a simple intervention that reverses memory loss, increases energy levels, improves sleep quality, up regulates positive genes, down regulates inflammatory genes, reduces stress in patient and caregiver, improves psychological and spiritual well-being. It activates significant anatomical areas of the brain. It increases telomerase, which is a rejuvenating enzyme that slows cell aging by 43%, the largest ever recorded. It has no side effects and no cost. And especially if I told you the intervention takes 12 minutes out of your 1,440-minute day. And there she is talking about Sanskrit mantras. And so in Sanskrit mantras, they are they're traditionally done with a mala bead. There's 108 beads on this, but for our practices, especially if you don't have one, you can use beans. You can just put a bunch of beans in. So you can do this practice in half, like you can do 108, or you can do 56, you can do 12. It's what you can do in your own timing, and it still is energized and enhanced and empowered by the group. So the ones that we are going, I have suggestions of safety affirmations. If you don't want to use Sanskrit, you can use English. We have safety affirmations so that you can feel calm in your body. It's safe to speak my truth. It's safe to express my creativity. It's safe to receive support from others. So, you can use these affirmations and strong English phrases. You can use them like saying, I am peace, peace I am. Well-being is my only reality. I am well-being. I am that I am. I now allow others to love and support me. These are really powerful affirmations that you can use. You can use them with your Sanskrit. You can use them without the Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, words have this great power that, as I was saying, it specifically energizes the cells in your body. So you may have heard the word Om, which is considered the most sacred word in all of creation. There, in the beginning, there was the word, and the word was Om, and it's a seed sound. So you can simply use Om. You can chant Om 3 times to open up your meditation time. You can use Om with another word like Shanti, which means peace. So you can use Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That can be a prayer for you. So there's all these different ways of using different Sanskrit words. You might notice that Shanti and Shanta are very similar. Actually, Shanta means peaceful, or Shanti means peace. I did have a teacher who said, I don't know why you're so upset. You could just say your name, Om Shanta, Shanta, Shanta. So there, it has value there. So, so the mantras that we're going to be using, I'm going to just say them, and you can say them after me. It empowers the mantra into your body. The most simple one after Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti is the word like Rama, Rama, Rama. Try saying that 3 times. Rama, Rama, Rama. That has this really heart connection. Ra is this, in Egypt, is a sun god. Ma has to do with the mother or the divine presence of the feminine. So Rama is a very balanced male-female connection. So we've also got a walking mantra. So you can say, this one is very simple. This one is also a balance of the male and female, and it starts with the word J. This is also Jai. You may have heard it that way. That means victory or hail or yay. So it means that. So you can use it for Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram. Try that 3 times. Jai Sitaram, Jai Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram. And that was my teacher's from India. That was his favorite walking mantra. And so with every step he would take, he would Jai Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram. An English version could be peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth. And so that is really super powerful to use. So
Question?
yes.
Okay. I've been doing the mantras already because I was in the last.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me better now?
Barely.
No?
Go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, how's that?
No, great. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
I've been using the mantras already because I signed up for the last one, so I have the booklet. And my question is, I love the Jai Sitaram, but I never do it standing. So does that cancel, or I'm sitting when I do it?
It's fine.
It's fine too.
Oh,
Does
yes.
it has more power if you walk, or why is there mantra that you walk and mantra that you sit?
Just to keep the crazy thoughts out of your head. so it's keeping your calm, you're keeping your peace, and it's keeping you focused on something very valuable, like the combination of male and female within you. So you're whole. So it's focused on your well-being, and it's celebrating that. And so he took a walk every day, and he was very fast, and he even though he was quite elderly, and it was fun to be out in the world and in your mind saying the mantras, and instead of just talking and having a conversation, it's a different kind of a focus. It's all good. You can sit down. This is also it's one of the most used mantras in India, Jai Sitaram, Jai Sitaram, and it's called the Taraka mantra. So it has a force of its own because it's been so used for so many years, and it's very good. Another one is we have people in this group that have a teacher that that uses Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So you can, and that is also a really specific mantra for this whole, I think the southern part of India is very focused on that. So it's a whole, so there are all these different things. Om Namah Shivaya is I'm honoring the God within me. So it's a really important thing for us all to remember as well. And another favorite one is that so you can say Om Namah Shivaya or whatever you want to say. You can say it 108 times, which is the common, or you can say it 56, which would be half a mala, or you can say it, as many times as you want, 10 or 12. It's good to have it through all threes, elements of three have power in India. So 3, 9, 12, those are all really good ones to use. And we always used Ganesh as our focus to start. And so we would say Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. And that would be a way of getting, Ganesh is the Indian headed god that clears away all obstacles. So this is a little bit of a Hindu orientation, but it's actually works for everybody, and with or without the Hindu orientation. But because this began there, and this is thousands of years old from India, we're just like using that structure to support us. So one of the things that we're doing is having a specific practice that if you want to do it with me, this is the one that I'm using. So I'm going to offer this to you and also say it with you so that you can get the energy that is inherent in the mantra. So the first one is Om Gam Shrim Mahalakshmiye Namaha. So you don't have to, I know this is hard without seeing it written, but as soon as you sign up, you get this booklet. So the reason I'm using this is because Gam is the seed sound for Ganesh, so that he is going to remove all the obstacles. Shrim is a seed sound for the goddess Lakshmi, who is the goddess of abundance. And Maha is like the superpower. Superpower means greatness. And Namaha means to honor yourself or to offer yourself to this practice. So this is the mantra that I'm going to do, and I offer it to you. So if you'd like to say it 3 times with me, it will empower you. Om, Om, Gam, Gam, Shrim, Shrim, Maha, Maha, Lakshmiye, 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 Namaha, Namaha, Namaha. Om Gam, Shrim, Mahalakshmi, Ye, Namaha. Om Gam Shrim, Mahalakshmi, Ye, Namaha. Om Gam Shrim, Mahalakshmi, Ye, Namaha. Om Gam Shrim, Mahalakshmi, Ye, Namaha. And the other one is a little bit more complicated. It's actually one of the oldest chants in all of India, and it's called the Gayatri. And so when in your booklet, you'll receive a link to a download of this particular mantra, so that you can use it for a background sound, or you can use it to, I'm just looking right here, trying to find our little mantra booklet. So I don't see the actual mantra written out in my pages that I just downloaded. So, but you have it. I know you do. I know you have it. And so I'm just gonna here it is. Here it is. Okay. So there is a download of this for you, or on your to listen to, or it's a YouTube video. You can listen to it. There's one by Deva Premal. She has the most beautiful, beautiful voice. And so when she sings this mantra, it's just exquisitely beautiful. And even if you don't want to chant along, you can just listen to it. And it's just so sweet and such a good thing to meditate with. And I'm just going to say this because it without having the words in front of you, I don't know how you would ever have this. So, but I just wanted you to know that if you'd like to, this is available to you for you to sing along with this one, or to chant this particular mantra. You don't have to sing it, but you can also chant it. And I'm just going to say the whole thing and let you know that you can find it. All the words are here, and the download is available. So, Om Bhur Bhuvaha Swaha, tat savitur varenyam, bargo devasya dimahi, diyo yonaha prachodyat. And that means, you who are the great golden light of the sun, shine through my heart that I might be a light to the world. So I'm just going to chant it to you a little bit. Om Bhurabhuvaha Swaha, Om Tat Savitur Varenyam, Bargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodyat. Om Bhurabhuvaha Swaha, Om Tat Savitur Varenyam, Bargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodyat. Om Bhurabhuvaha Swaha, Om Tat Savitur Varenyam, Bargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodyat. Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodyat. Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodyat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So that is the Gayatri mantra. Are there any more questions that we might speak to before we close? I did make a recording of that. And
Yes.
yes.
I have a bit of a hard time picking in your booklet. There's also the intention of the day. So when we do the Anusthan, you will write an email about the intention of the day for all of us.
The intention of the day is kind of your personal intention. We have a group intention, which is to specifically, basically it's, we are saying these, we are using our spiritual practice and offering light to the world. First to us, we fill ourselves with light. We empower our soul with light. We let the cells in our body receive light. And then we radiate light to the world from our heart. And we can start by perhaps even just thinking of a pet or a child that we truly love. And we can feel that. We feel the mantra working in us. We feel the peace in our hearts. And then we say, may this light be, may the world be blessed by this light. May anywhere in the world, it's like, it's just personal. It's just like whatever you need. May this particular situation or this place in the world receive this divine light that is offered so selflessly to the world. So may it all be happy. May all use light to uplift them and in all circumstances. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what I do and what I have done every day is to send a little message to you that has an uplifting message from Archangel Gabriel. And if there is interest in the group and people send me pictures of their altar, or they send me their special intentions or how they're experiencing the Anusthan right now, they would, I would include those. But you'll usually get at least a special uplifting message from the archangels and me every day. And so if you don't receive that, let me know, because we'll make sure that the list is working and that you do receive it. There's no particular interaction beyond what we're doing here today. And it's just surprising how powerful this particular practice is. As you heard Deborah Dawn talking about that, just how she's experienced it, and she's done it many times. I've done this since 2017. I have done it every quarter, every solstice, every equinox. And we've had hundreds and hundreds of people that have done this practice and join us when we do the practice too, so that it's worldwide, and people from everywhere, strange places you wouldn't even imagine, that come on and join this practice with us. So and it's all different time zones, so we can't specifically say a time. I'm going to be doing it at about 7 o'clock every morning, and so wherever you're located, you can do it at 7 if that feels right to you. You can do it at night if that more appeals to you and it works best with your schedule. But usually these practices start in the early morning, and because my teacher used to say, God lives between the breath, between our in breath and our out breath, and the divine lives between dawn, as it becomes dawn and as it's turning into dusk. So those 2 times of the day are very empowered. So, but this is a very personal practice. Whatever you need, whatever works for you best, that's what is important. Because when you are feeling at peace with what you're doing, it's much more powerful, and it sticks with you. You'll have this practice forever, and you can use it when it feels right to you. I've done an Anusthan. That's what they're called, Anusthan, just specific spiritual practice for a specific reason. And as a group, it is super powerful. When group energy comes together, there have been so many things that have been studied. And so there's a lot of science behind group practice, and even just 8 people, the power of 8 is Lynn McTaggart just wrote a book about that. So it's a proven practice, and not only does it change the atmosphere around us and us personally, but it also is the situation that is being prayed for is certainly energized and blessed and uplifted by what we do together. So it's really amazing, actually. So this is basically for divine light, because solstice is bringing that more light than has ever been on the planet is now being downloaded to us. And so we're using that. We're using that as a force for good on the planet. So is any more questions? Anything that you'd like to say? Well, I honor you. I honor you all. And I say namaste, which means I honor the light that's in you. And I see the light that is in you, the divine in you, and the divine in me. We honor each other. So bless you for being here. And thank you so much for being willing to come and play in this arena that may be very different for you, but also is very beneficial. So you'll receive a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Thank you so much. Bye. Namaste. Thank you, Deborah Dawn. Thank you, Marag. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Celine.